The leader of Kate Middleton's children's charity has been identified as a killer who fatally stabbed a future father on a train. Paul Carberry, 60, the chief executive of Action for Children, met the Princess of Wales, the organization's patron, last year. Additionally, the £154,500 per year leader serves on Scotland's Serious and Organised Crime Task Force. He is in charge of keeping people away from joining major organised crime in his capacity as Strand lead for Divert. But in 1979, when he was just 16 years old, he injured another passenger while stabbing John Murray, then 21. Every day of my life, I have felt regret about that. Because of me, a family lost a loved one, he told the Mirror. He continued, of course, when asked if it still bothers him. For me, in particular given the profession I hold and the close-knit, caring family I come from, that has unquestionably had a role in my life. It actually had an impact on what I did as a result too. Out of respect for the victim and their family, he claimed, he had refrained from discussing his background. When she first met the ex-con at a primary school last year, Kate, who was not aware of his offenses, was seen laughing with him. In May of last year, the two engaged in a discussion about how to teach kids about emotions at the gathering in St. John's, Inversside. After he became Action for Children alerted the palace about Carberry's past. Carberry, a member of Glasgow's notorious Goventine gang, was reportedly drinking beer and vodka as the train transporting Scottish football supporters to London for a match against England arrived. According to testimony given in court, violence started after one of his gang members harassed a female passenger. As he chased Murray, he apparently had a flick knife in his hand and stabbed Michael McBain, 22, who was dozing on the floor, first. The tragic soon-to-be parent was then imprisoned by a locked door, and Carberry stabbed him. He was subsequently detained when the train halted in Warrington, Cheshire, and was later found guilty in December of that same year at the age of 17. The kid entered a not guilty plea at Chester Crown Court, claiming the knife was one he had taken from someone else, and he had been headbutted by Murray during their argument over a girl, which had left him with no memory of the voyage. He was reportedly not displaying much emotion and was handed a sentence of Her Majesty's pleasure, which meant that he would be imprisoned until it was determined that it would be safe for him to be freed. After doing time in both juvenile and adult prisons, he was released in 1985 and went on to work as a social worker, moving up the ranks. Action for Children's representative told the Mirror that the trustees who chose Paul Carberry as CEO did so with full knowledge of his prior experiences, which are public knowledge. He joined AFC in 1994 as a manager. The organization was fully aware of his history. Paul has aided thousands of kids and teenagers, including some who are involved in crime, by helping many of them find jobs, stay away from criminal exploitation, and realize their full potential. He had a conversation about his conviction with the chair before the CEO interview. He reportedly told the chair, Sarika Patel, that his time behind bars was a turning point in his life, and that although being unable to undo what he had done, he had committed his life and his rehabilitation to helping young people in need. Before joining Scotland's Serious Organised Crime Force, Paul claimed to have disclosed his conviction. Thank you for watching. Worried what you think about it. SUBSRIB to the channel.